So cold. So, it's about 50 degrees in my house because the heater is broken. So, I'm doing this in a blanket. But anyway, I'm going to talk about Western Europe and why it's important. And the thing about myself, so this is going to be a really boring video because I literally have no time to get in my group. So, here we go. My eye's doing weird things today, so let's not pay attention to that. Okay, so due to Western Europe's location on the Atlantic Ocean, it had contact and access with America, the Americas, I guess, the Middle East, and Africa. And they're surrounded by water, so they have lots of ports of trade. And the fact of how much coal, iron, and timber they have is really important for steam engines. Places that have coal can industrialize. So Belgium, Germany, US, England, all those places. And places with coal are able to industrialize and help other places industrialize as well. And that's real good. I'm so cold. Okay. Due to the Industrial Revolution. Revolution? Oh my god, Snapchat! Oh, that's important. That's important. Snapchat. Oh my god, Snapchat. Anyway, where was that? Population increases due to industrialization. Yay. Okay, so the population slowly began to grow in the 18th century and then even faster in the early 19th century. And the population growth resulted from, resistance to disease and more reliable food sources and better job opportunities led people to marry earlier and have more children, which causes a large percent of children in the population, which causes a lot of child labor in Britain. And people began to migrate from countrysides to cities, which is urbanization. And urbanization is the rapid growth and migration to cities. And it happened in Europe during the Industrial Revolution when people came to cities to work in factories, and it is caused by surpluses in agriculture and led to increase in population and trade, which is good for the economy. And I need to get a drink. My goal is to make this video as boring or as awkward as that one video we watched where that guy was like, I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Yes. So, anyway, legal protection of private property, which is based off the enclosure movement and has to do with imperialism, of course. So, basically, Britain wants to collect taxes in India, but they need to establish people with private property for taxes in order to do so. Yes. That's basically all it is. They have to establish things in India so they can tax the people of India. Taxation. Woo! Okay, anyway, so they have a lot of rivers and canals, and that's another good thing because that allowed for cheaper, more efficient transportation of raw materials and finished goods. And I'm not going to answer it. Finished goods. This led to increase in production due to the rapid transportation of products, aiding in the development of widespread industries. I don't know if I just need to, I don't need to answer, but I do need to answer. No. Well, hold on, I just need to finish this, and then we're going to talk about Yay! Okay, foreign resources. So, basically, access to foreign resources began as Europeans started to colonize India, Africa, and the American colonies, and basically Britain and France started imperializing colonies overseas in search for raw materials and goods such as spices and cotton. Huge profits were extracted and raw goods were taken from these colonies, and they were processed in cheap labor, so machinery as factories, and then sold back into the same colonies as finished goods. And it eliminated previous business, allowing more power to the Europeans. And due to the foreign resources thing, we go to textile production in India. Where did it just go? Oh my god, it left. Okay. Basically, after the British gained control of many of the port cities in India, they took control of the Indian textile industry by producing cheap cotton to make the traditional woman-made textiles go out of business. The British used India as a source of cotton, then made their own finished products, which were cheaper and of better quality, so this caused many women to lose their jobs, being that textile industry was one of the only places women could work. So this led to further separation of men and women in India, as well as large amount of profit for the British, which is good for the British because money, bad for feminism because gender equality. Okay, well, I want to talk about the United Fruit Company. Okay, it's a transnational company that uses the Western Hemisphere, such as Cuba, to grow bananas. There were lots of banana plantations in Cuba, and that made my entire day because of Cuba. And as I answer this Snapchat, I need to tell you that bananas, my dream is to own a banana plantation. And then we're going to talk about railroads. And railroads are made possible by the invention of the steam engine. And they became the best way of transportation. So they triggered the industrialization of Europe because they connected railroads. They connected railroads. Railroads connected railroads. No, they connected inlands to coastal port cities, increased transportation of goods, and opened new land to urbanization. And then we move on to another invention, which is steamship. It not allowed people to travel super far, basically, and made it easier to cross the Atlantic. And so it increased world trade and further connected the eastern and the western hemisphere. Another invention, the telegraph. So Morse code, 5-wire telegraph, made railroads more safe and more efficient. Submarine telegraphs made the world smaller. Communication wasn't limited to the speed of a ship anymore, which is just amazing because news wouldn't get to you until like 5 days. Like, something could be happening, and I could send a letter, and then, your dad's already dead because you get there like 10 days late. Life is hard. Okay. Let's talk about Marxism.
Hey, Mallory.
Thomas, I am filming!
Oh, you're filming what?
For my history project.
Damn.
What?
I was gonna say if I could use your computer, but I gotta use that computer right there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I don't have a computer that I can use. I don't know where mine's at.
Thomas, you can't use it right now.
I wanna go use Mom's iPad.
Okay. Kill me. Anyway, let's talk about Marxism. A branch of socialism founded by my best friend, Karl Marx. And basically, he tried to eliminate problems between the classes, like middle class and upper class and whatever. And yeah, just Karl Marx is like one of my favorite people right now. Like, somebody must be sacrificed for the good of the whole. Obviously, the American Revolution, the Indian Revolt, blah. Another thing, it's my favorite thing, is the Opium Wars. Just because the fact that to get them to open trade, they started getting the people addicted to drugs. That's what I do when I want people to do something. I give them opium. Basically, I feel like this is going to be a very bad video, so I apologize in advance, Mr. Klaus. But I love you, and I love all my classmates. And please don't show this video in class when I'm here because it's so bad. Alright, I'm gonna go. Ouch.